Alrighty, so as the title suggests, we're going to be talking about anxiety today and how that can be fought and how that can be won and how it's not horrible. Well, it is horrible, but how we can deal with it and how we can cope with it. So let's start with the basics. What is anxiety? The APA, which is the American Psychological Association, gives the definition of anxiety as an emotion characterized by feelings of tension, worried thoughts, and physical changes like increased blood pressure. Knowing the difference between normal feelings of anxiety and an anxiety disorder requiring medical attention can help a person identify and treat their condition. So, anxiety needs treatment when your worry or harmful thoughts are triggering your feelings of anxiety, and they're increasing your thoughts of trying to survive. So you go into normal, and then you go into fight or fight. So everyone has had this. Everyone has this trigger to a degree. Everybody, people that manage it well, know how and know where it is, and things like that, which is good. So disorders that require serious look is, when the trigger or stressor kicks in, these are the signs you need to really look like. Blood pressure skyrockets, you're nauseous. These might be an anxiety disorder, but in all honesty, check with your doctor. Bad thoughts all the time. And as you know, if you have anxiety, this can and does interfere with your normal life. Here's some things to look at. If you're restless, all the time, being on edge, being ready to snap, you're always worried, irritable, over little things, you can't concentrate, you can't sleep. This is the time to talk to a doctor. And so we're gonna go over some of the different types there are. Okay. So there's the general anxiety disorder. It's a chronic disorder. So there's that. It's excessive, long-lasting anxiety and worries about non-specific life events, objects, and situations. So when you go out shopping, just driving, just leaving the house. A panic disorder, so a panic attack, panic anxiety. These are sudden. These are boom, 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 boom. And it's just an intense wave of terror and apprehension. And this is a panic attack. This is a panic disorder. It could lead to shaking, confusion, dizziness, being nauseous, breathing problem. They happen fast, and they can go for as long as 10 minutes. Well, not really. This isn't a panic attack, I guess. I misspoke. This is a panic attack is 10 minutes. This could go on for hours. This is a panic disorder. So usually these kick in after a terrifying experience, a bad experience. It's also prolonged, stress is a reason for it. You could also, unfortunately, misinterpret this as a life-threatening illness, and you have to make some changes. So phobias kick into it, like agoraphobia, agoraphobia. Social anxiety is a thing. So being around people, being in public, or just trying to exist. I have social anxiety really bad. I'm not good with people in person, which may shock some of you or not. But that's a thing, and it's not good. Smaller groups are the best. So let's do what causes these things, what causes anxiety and stress and all that crap. Okay. Your environment. We talked about the environment a couple weeks ago, a month ago. about how your environment needs to be a certain way or a specific way so that you can help with your anxiety. Yeah, genetics, that's part of it too. Your family might have this. You might come down with something. COVID is causing anxiety with a lot of people. They're worried, oh God, I might have this, or oh geez, or and those are things that people can usher on and just think more and more of. Brain chemistry, that's a psychological disorder. Psychologists, it could be a misalignment of hormone. It could be electrical signals in the brain, and that is treatable, which is good, which is really good. Withdrawal causes anxiety. So if you're a heavy drug user, or you drink beer, or you're trying to kick a habit, that could be it too, which is not great. So here's what we're going to do, okay? So we're going to talk about some ways to treat this on your own, and then we're going to do some coping methods, okay? It's pretty simple. It's not going to be nuts. I don't really have a whole lot on this to talk about today, so I guess there's that. I'm messing with screen settings right now because I'm that guy, I guess. Let's see here. So learn to manage your stress. Learn to put yourself in a situation where you limit your potential oh God moments. Oh geez. Deadlines at work. Knowing that you're going to go into a situation, but not hyping the situation up so you're terrified. Meditation is good. Meditation is great. Yoga is even better. Lung baths, resting in the dark, a dark room does wonders for me. Deep breathing exercises also help. So when you start getting negative thoughts and things like that and all that fun crap, exercise. Go for a walk. Do some push-ups. Mostly go for a walk. Just get it out. Be glad that you're doing something about whatever it is that you're worried about. It's not rocket science. Exercise is good. Exercise, I can't stress that enough. Having people to talk to, like a support network is what it's called in the books, but talking to your girlfriend, talking to your wife, talking to your husband, talking to your cousin, talking to your aunt, talking to your uncle, talking to your mom and dad, talking to your grandpap, talking to your mima, talking to your friends, talking to your friend's sister, talking to people that you know that you can trust about what's going on in your head so that you can get it out in the first place and just have people there. Or visit a group therapy session. Visit anxiety supporter or group supporters for anxiety. You can find that online now even too. So in person, online, go for it. You can find that all at the website that I listed in the banner that's going across my screen right now. Let's see. Counseling, I can't stress enough. Counseling. So cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is a great one. They'll just try to reinforce the things that are not true. Like the negative things that are there, they'll try to ease you through it, and you'll be able to talk about it with a doctor that cares and understands, which is a plus. Medicine is also a big deal. Medicine can help. You can look all of this up on your own. I'm not going to go into the medicines of it because I'm not a doctor and I can't really, do this. So prevention of anxiety. Let's just get to this is the nitty gritty. Reduce the intake of caffeine if you're a big soda drinker, tea even, or coffee, or chocolate. CBD sometimes helps with people, so that might help. Change your diet up, get a little healthy. Try to get a sleep pattern going. Try to get 8 hours a night. Avoid booze, pot, and every other thing else that's bad. So try to avoid those things. Those could help, but they could also make you better too. Like anxiety exaggerates how you're feeling, and it puts things out of proportion. So if you're focused and you're sitting in a room all day and you're thinking about, how life is horrible and how things are going this way for you, that's all going to be true in your head at that moment because you're not actively trying to do anything against it. That's bad. So let's go over 11 ways to cope with your anxiety. This is going to be pretty simple. Question your thought pattern. Why are you thinking this way? Why are you thinking that nobody likes you? Why are you thinking that nobody likes me? Why are you thinking that people are out to get you? That helps a lot. So another way is practice focused deep breathing. 4 counts and breathing out for 5 counts. So breathe in for 4, breathe out for 5 minutes. It'll slow your heart rate. You'll be a little bit better. One of these is aromatherapy. I don't agree with it, but you might try that. Go for a walk or 15 minutes of yoga. That's always good. That's exercise. Write down what you're thinking and write down how you're feeling. Just write it all down. Put it down on paper and look at it and go, hey, Steve. And just go from there and try to develop strategies about how to fix this, about how to fight against it. So here's some long term. You know what puts you on your anxiety. You know what triggers you to high gear with it, right? Or at least you'll try to figure that out. Learn how to avoid that stuff. Learn how to be adaptive to that stuff rather than do or die. I know a lot of times people will go, it's time to do or die about this. It's time we gotta do this. But fight or flight doesn't work on people like us. Fight or flight is a bad idea for people like us. If you decide that fight or flight is your game plan, you are going to fail immediately. Sorry. Meditate. Meditate is an excellent way. There's an author whose book I can't remember right now, Wizard's First Rule by Terry Goodkind. Picture a cube inside your head. Picture a cube inside the cube. Picture a cube inside the cube, inside the cube, inside the cube, inside the cube. Do all of that until all you have on your mind is a cube, and then break that cube down and let the freeform thoughts of your head just be empty for that moment, because most of the time when we have anxiety, our head is full of bullshit. Our head is full of all these crazy thoughts and all these horrible thoughts. And it sucks. People always talk about how they have a clear head or they have this or that, but for people like us, that's just not a fucking possibility sometimes. It's just not. So learn what meditation techniques will work for you. That matters. Change up your diet. So here's some things that they recommend. This is from Healthline. Lemon balm, omega-3 fatty acids. I can't say this word, but I'll put it in chat. I can't say this word. That also helps. Green tea, valerian root, kava, and dark chocolate in moderation. But this could take 3 months. So you have to have a steady 3-month diet about this. Keep your body and your mind healthy. You got to exercise. You got to sleep well. You got to eat well. All things in balance. If your anxiety is that bad and it's no help, you've done these things, or even if you haven't done these things, and you feel like, your world's going to shit and you can't do anything about it, it's time to go see a doctor. Sorry. But talk to your doctor. Your doctor can recommend medication to start you out on. And that's a good thing. There's a thing hanging over most men's head about going to a doctor about something, about this. Men go to a doctor when they're severely hurt. Well, your brain's severely hurt. Your emotions are severely hurt. We have them. And the only way to get that fixed is to look to an expert or a doctor and and try a long-term solution, because the shit you're doing isn't working. If it were, you wouldn't be having panic attacks. You wouldn't be having anxiety disorders. You wouldn't be going through the motion of hating everything and being scared of everything. Sometimes we need help. It's just that simple. And don't be afraid to ask for that help. There's no stigma about mental health that is bad. This isn't 1965 anymore. This isn't 1942. This isn't 1910. You're not going to get sent away for having anxiety or having an anxiety disorder. You're going to get helped. You're going to get medication. You're going to get ways to deal with it. You're going to progress with your own life rather than let this thing cage you. And once you get this thing taken care of or unlocked or whatever you want to call it, you can focus on other parts of your life, your relationships, your job, your whatever else. And sometimes you're going to have to get this unlocked while you're dealing with those things. That's really important. And it's difficult to do because your relationship does cause stress. Your work does cause stress. Going out to the store causes stress. You learn to live with it, but you can't do that forever. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. It'll get you, or you'll get yourself. And that's something to worry about. Because you're valued. And people care about you. And they want your help. You want you to get help. I would rather be there for someone than hear about them eating a bullet because they didn't think that they had anybody. I've known people that have committed suicide due to anxiety and stress. And I don't want anybody to ever be there. I don't want to be there. I've been there. I've stared at that situation before, and I've been like, well, do I or don't I? And that's a scary moment. I don't want anybody to have to go through that. Check out the websites. See if any of it helps. Go talk to a doctor. I am just a guy on the internet. I can tell you that you can use your hobby to fight your anxiety, and you could this and that, and it only helps to a degree. That's a dopamine hit. It's almost as bad as any drug. Go get help. Go talk to someone. Call your doctor. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a great Kwanzaa, whatever holiday I'm forgetting. But be kind to each other, love each other, wear a fucking mask. Hopefully we'll have better times ahead. I'll see everybody for Mental Health Awareness the last Sunday of December, which is a Thursday. Or I'm sorry, is December 26th. Oh, December 27th. If you like this stuff, give it a like, leave a comment, do the subscribe thing. If not, that's okay too. But I hope everybody has a good day. I hope you get the help that you're looking for. I don't necessarily hope that I'm helping you, but I hope that I'm pointing you in the right direction. The internet has all sorts of things to look up and how to get help. Please do not self-diagnose. Good God, don't do that. But if you think you have these issues, talk to a doctor. That's the bottom line. Talk to a doctor. Have a nice night, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching.